We are here today outside the US Embassy in London to show our solidarity with whistleblower Chelsea Manning, who leaked documents cataloguing US war crimes. She is imprisoned and has been brutally tortured by the United States. And we are here to show our solidarity with WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, who successfully exposed US war crimes to the world, despite US government's best efforts to silence him. He is languishing in Belmarsh prison, with the US demanding his extradition to face possible 175 years of imprisonment, torture and death in the US.
In 2010, Private Manning leaked 750,000 confidential documents detailing US war crimes in Afghanistan and Iraq, abuses in Guantanamo Bay, and the diplomatic cables to Julian Assange to publish on the WikiLeaks website. The documents were also published by WikiLeaks partners, the New York Times, The Guardian, Der Spiegel, and El País. Manning was subsequently arrested after she confided to an online acquaintance who reported her to the army. She was sentenced to 35 years in prison under the Espionage Act, even though she wasn't a spy, but a whistleblower revealing US war crimes. In prison, she was tortured using the classic CIA interrogation methods to coerce her to implicate Julian Assange as a co-conspirator in the leaking of military files. The UN Special Rapporteur on torture formally accused the US government of cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment towards her. Over 250 US legal scholars wrote an open letter voicing outrage at Manning's torture. In the letter, they described Manning's ordeal. Manning has been confined to his cell for 23 hours a day. During his one remaining hour, he can walk in circles in another room with no other prisoners present. He's not allowed to doze off or relax during the day, but must answer the question, "Are you okay?" verbally and in the affirmative every 5 minutes. At night, he's awakened to be asked again, "Are you okay?" every time he turns his back to a cell door or covers his head with a blanket so that the guards cannot see his face. He was forced to sleep naked and stand naked for inspection in front of his cell. Despite the torture, she refused to implicate Assange, and after 7 years imprisonment, her sentence was commuted in January 2017. In February 2019, she was again imprisoned for refusing to testify against WikiLeaks and Julian Assange. She's placed in solitary confinement for 22 hours each day. Today, she is still caged in the US. In addition to her imprisonment, she's now being extorted $500 a day every day she does not cooperate with the persecution of Assange. The extortion will increase to $1,000 a day from next month. She's already lost her home, rendered homeless. We are here to demand her immediate and unconditional freedom.
Free Chelsea Manning! Free Chelsea Manning! Free Chelsea Manning!
For publishing evidence of US war crimes, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has been labelled a terrorist by prominent politicians in the US government, with calls a drone strike against him. A secret indictment was issued by the US for his extradition, forcing Assange to seek asylum in the Ecuadorian embassy in London. Rafael Correa, anti-imperialist government, granted Assange asylum, and Assange remained in the embassy of Ecuador for almost 7 years. After Correa's two successful terms as president ended, Moreno took over in 2017. He took the country in a very different path, one of appeasing the US. After US Vice President Mike Pence's visit to Ecuador, Moreno launched a security deal with the US, including buying weapons and sharing intelligence. The US ensured the IMF approved a $4.2 billion loan to Ecuador in early 2019, and in return, Moreno rescinded Assange's asylum and invited the MET police to enter the Ecuadorian embassy to arrest Assange on the 11th of April 2019. The Met Police, ready for extradition to the US. The US extradition lists 18 charges, 17 of which are under the First World War era Espionage Act, carrying 175 years in prison. The Home Secretary, Sajid Javid, rather than challenge such a ridiculous charge sheet, which could see Assange tortured and killed in America, has rubber-stamped the extradition request. The American Civil Liberties Union had said that any prosecution by the United States of Mr. Assange for WikiLeaks' publishing operations would be unprecedented and unconstitutional, and would open the door to criminal investigation and other news organizations. Moreover, prosecuting a foreign publisher for violating US secrecy laws would set an especially dangerous precedent for US journalists who routinely violate foreign secrecy laws to deliver information vital to the public's interest. The UN Special Rapporteur on Torture, Nils Melzer, after visited Assange in Belmarsh prison on the 31st of May 2019, condemned the deliberate and concerted abuse inflicted for years on Assange. That's what he said. The evidence is overwhelming and clear. Mr. Assange has been deliberately exposed for a period of several years to progressively severe forms of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, the cumulative effects of which can only be described as psychological torture. In 20 years of work with victims of war, violence and political persecution, I have never seen a group of democratic states ganging up to deliberately isolate, demonize and abuse a single individual for such a long time with so little regard for human dignity and the rule of law.
Julian Assange wrote a letter from Belmarsh prison on the 13th of May 2019 to his supporters. It reads, "I have been isolated from all ability to prepare to defend myself. No laptop, no internet ever, and no computer, no library so far. But even if I get access, it will be just for half an hour, with everyone else once a week. Just 2 visits a month, and it takes weeks to get someone on the call list, and a catch-22 in getting their details to be security screened. Then all calls except lawyers are recorded, and calls are maximum 10 minutes in a limited 30-minute window each day, in which all prisoners compete for the phone. And credit, just a few pounds a week, and no one can call in. The other side, a superpower that has been preparing for 9 years with hundreds of people and untold millions spent on the case. I am defenseless, and I'm counting on you and others of good character to save my life. I am unbroken, albeit literally surrounded by murderers, but the days when I could read and speak and organise to defend myself, my ideals and my people are over, until I am free. Everyone else must take my place. The US government, or rather those regrettable elements in it that hate truth, liberty and justice, want to cheat their way into my extradition and death, rather than letting the public hear the truth, for which I've won the highest awards in journalism and have been nominated 7 times for the Nobel Peace Prize. Truth ultimately is all we have. Signed, Julian Assange. Julian Assange's extradition hearing date is set for February next year. We are here to say no to extradition, and we demand Julian Assange's immediate and unconditional release. Free Julian Assange! Free Julian Assange! Julian Assange!